Talk about, the emails that I sent the
And just so
board.
you know, I put the notes on here.
That's fine.
So just want you to know.
I want to talk about the emails that are sent to the board, the last one that has not been responded to in over 2 weeks. Cinta Smits is a board member. She did agree to an oath when she took the office. And it does say that she's responsible for what she says behind and in front of the board table. And it needs to stop.
Okay, so, that's true. She's responsible for what she says at the board table.
And in front of the board table. It says behind and in front.
Correct. Yes. And are you addressing the emails about social media? Okay. And so, and what I.
And the harassment from her, the retaliation from her husband filing a false claim against
I
me,
understand
all
that.
of it.
So, but as far as, so I know you sent us a couple of emails, and my first response back, which would be the same response to the second email, is with the social media side. So, as I shared with you, it's my responsibility and our responsibility to address that. So I addressed that with her. And as far as the social media, we don't have control over the social media piece.
It does not say that you don't have control over social media.
Don't when she.
You can't pick what you don't have control over.
So we don't have control over the social media platform. So if she posts something out there, or anybody posts anything out there.
No, she's a board member, Judy.
They have the right to do that.
No, she's a board member. She does not have that right. It does not give her that explicit right to say whatever she wants to say as a board member.
They still don't give up their First Amendment ability to.
We don't give up our
She's a board member.
It's still, having talked to legal counsel as they have, from my understanding.
So then
correct me
you're
if I'm
saying
wrong,
then that
They don't have. the
that
ability
board
to
members
stop
can
that.
say whatever they want to say. This is my 5 minutes, right? You're
understand.
listening to me, right?
It's a discussion, and you said I didn't respond to your email.
You
And
didn't.
I just need to make sure that on the social media side, she did not post it that I'm a school board member, and this is what I'm saying as a school board member. We do not give up our First Amendment rights when we are elected. And we are operating as a school board at the table. We hope that all school board members, as with any of our community members, are upheld to standards that we expect within our community. And I know that we've addressed it, we've talked about it.
It hasn't stopped though. When does it stop? So as a citizen, if I want a school board member to stop harassing, cyberbullying, bullying, libel, slander, whatever the current term is that we want to use, if I want them to stop, you aren't going to stop a school board member from doing that to a citizen.
I've had conversations, and I have conversations with any school board member when I think they've been out of line. I'm not on social media to see that, so I'm just hearing from you that there were concerns.
I showed it
and
to
I
you.
addressed it.
It's not, you're not hearing from me there are concerns. I showed it to you. You saw the lawsuit. You saw the 20 pages of nonsense. You saw the judge said there was absolutely zero evidence, laid it all out that this is nonsense.
And I
School
did
board members
address
aren't
that.
allowed to just harass anyone just because of their First Amendment right. That doesn't, you can't go under claiming that First Amendment right gives us a right to say whatever we want. Yes, it does give you that right, but you're a school board member and you signed an oath that you would act appropriately, and that is not appropriate.
When she's not here, she's not acting as a school board.
Then you need to change your policy, because again,
That's the
you're not being
law.
accountable
The
to your
law is
policy.
that we
Then change your
only-
policy, Judy.
Well, the policy is that in front of the table, when we're out in our school community, that we should be respectful citizens. When we're at the table.
But
we're-
social media doesn't count, you're saying?
I'm
You don't
saying
have
we
to
do
be
have a
respectful on
complaint with
social media or in the
about-
legal courts?
I'm
Can I
saying-
ask a question?
Yes.
Is there a specific policy that you Cause I'll have no
Yeah, they
problem
sign
taking a look at it.
something when they become a board member that they're gonna agree to be
Code of ethics.
appropriate,
It's
Code of ethics.
your
It's a
code of ethics.
Yeah. But what I was saying too, is if you're being harassed on a social media platform, that.
And
we are
otherwhere,
requiring or
elsewhere.
requesting that you report it to that platform.
So you're not going to do anything about it. So any
have
board
done
member,
stuff
the
about
new
it.
ones coming on board get to say whatever they wanna say as long as they're not behind the school board table. That's what I'm hearing, right?
Yeah, this is what I can't speak as a board member, but from my understanding, what I thought I heard Judy say is that she's addressed the issue, but she doesn't necessarily have the ability to stop it as an individual, president of the board. But
A
what-
board
but
should be
what
able
they-
to
but
hold
what
their
they can-
members accountable.
But what they can do, based off of what you shared with me, I can have somebody review their code of ethics and get a commitment or an understanding from legal counsel if there's something that they can do above and beyond that. My understanding in other states, there hasn't been, because I've had similar issues, because it boils down to First Amendment rights. That's why I shared that with you. But I haven't necessarily seen the code of ethics, so I'll see that with their new board members coming on board. So with that concern and the board's approval, I can have somebody review that and make sure that if there needs to be teeth or something else added to it, they can do that. But
Or
most of
take
those
it out.
most of those code of ethics come from the Minnesota School Board Association, which has already vetted it through legal counsel. So, but I'm glad to have it double checked if the board wants that done.
And you can, we've done that, and it would be fine for you to get your perspective on it as well, because we went through that the first time this came through.
And then take out the words that aren't applicable, that you cannot hold someone accountable for. Take it out.
Or if there's something that needs to be clarified because it's muddy, we can get it clarified. Yep.
I think it's a good idea.
But I should have my emails answered, Judy.
I think.
I
some-
sent the first one, and then I got a lawsuit.
Some were directed specifically at Cinta, I don't respond to those.
No, they were directed to the board.
The ones that, there were ones that were addressed to the board, and then the same one kept coming over because you wanted to hear from the board members.
And the second one was to the board because I never heard back from the first
board
three.
did respond to an email.
I'll send it to you.
On behalf of the board, that one was responded to, and then you sent them wanting to hear from the other board members. And it would have all been the same response, Cammy.
I'll send it to you. Thank you.
Yes. So you have the action item on that, Dr. Mazzio?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
I'll get the code of ethics reviewed.
Thank you, and we can do that for, the, organization meeting too.
Yes, ma'am.
Organization.